This is Coach Lee, and I'm going to answer the question, when does the breakup hit the dumper? As you might imagine, the experiences are very different, as you have probably noticed, in that your ex may seem cold or even cruel, as though they don't understand what is actually happening and what they are actually doing. And I'm going to explain why that looks that way and what can be done about it and when the breakup actually hits them. So the first thing that you need to understand is that the timing is different. And what I mean by that is that your ex has been planning this. 95% chance this has been planned for weeks, months, or even years. They've been thinking about wanting to get away from you, wanting a breakup, and they have maybe talked to you about it, even if you didn't know they did. They've mentioned things, it's come up in arguments, and they have gone back and forth in their mind about breaking up with you. Do they want this? And so at the breakup event, the announcement, when they tell you, a lot of people talk about how this person seems cold and unfazed by the response to the breakup. So for example, they break up with you and you say, but I love you, but we can work this out, but why are you just giving up? And it's as though the other person has already had this conversation with you, and as though it's fairly easy for them, or at least they already know their answers. And their response emotionally seems much different than yours to this conversation as well. And that's because they've already had this discussion in their own mind. And in many ways, they are simply numb to it, and they are ready to get into that relief stage that I talk about in my video, stages your ex goes through during no contact. And they're not thinking, I want to get to the relief stage. They're simply thinking that it would feel better to get this over with, to move on with their life, and to be with someone else. And yes, even though your ex may say, I don't want to be with anybody right now, it's not true. It's something they say to keep you from getting upset that they plan to be with someone else or that there's someone else already. So that's just an empty excuse. I promise you, no matter how much your ex insists that they don't want to be with anybody right now, that they're not ready to be in a relationship right now, it's just a matter of time, because humans were created to be in relationships, and people don't just sit around single on purpose. Your ex might tell you that, but it's just not true. They either plan to be with someone else or someone else is already there. So I don't say that to upset you, but I want you to know what you're up against in terms of their plans. So they are trying to move forward at this point. They have control of the situation. They're announcing to you what the future of the relationship is because they have total control. They have total power in the situation. You don't get a say. They just get to say whether the relationship continues or ends, and you just have to sit and be informed. And so you are shocked. It's a completely different response because you didn't know this was coming, at least to this degree, at least to such an extreme degree that this person wants to end the relationship. That wasn't what you were thinking. Maybe you two need to work on some things. You probably knew that. But for this to happen is a shock to you, and it's control for them because they are doing it, they planned it, and they have intention behind doing this to go to something else. And so it's a very different experience, and the timing is very different for each of you because you haven't had time to process any of this. Before I get to the second thing I want to talk to you about, take a quick second and subscribe to this channel so you can be notified when I have more videos like this. Just hit that subscribe button to my channel here on YouTube. So I want to talk more about control versus loss. The connection that you two had is already lost for the dumper in large part. Now there's still some baseline, foundational connection there that will always be there. That's actually very psychologically sound for me to say that, is that the connection you two have to some degree will always exist if you were in a relationship with them. But at the moment, feelings have faded. They may have even said something like that. And it simply means that attraction has fallen. It could be because of continuing arguments and fights. It could be because the relationship being boring for so long and them feeling like they were the only ones contributing, or neither of you were contributing and they just blamed it all on you. Or that physically you have changed and over time they just feel less attraction and it affected them emotionally as well because maybe there wasn't any connection emotionally that could thrive going forward. It wasn't strong like it used to be, or it wasn't strong enough. Attraction is both emotional and physical. And if you don't have much with either, then there's no motivation. Attraction is motivation in this situation. And so whereas this information is new and shocking to you most likely, at least to enough degree that they would break up with you, your ex has already gone over this and decided to do this. And so it's an easier acceptance for them, and it's something they want to get over with and just move on. But you feel shocked and you propose to them, let's work on this. This is what we're supposed to do in a relationship, is work through these things. In the mind of this person who is now your ex, they have already done that. Even if you didn't know they were doing it, they could be doing it by trying different things, trying to revive their feelings, giving it another week, giving it another month. And they feel worn down and that there's nothing remaining for them anymore. So there's no motivation to pull them back, nothing that makes them want to keep working on it. And so people will sometimes say in the comments, well, that's not love if they won't even work on it. That's true. They don't feel the same love they felt for you anymore. That's what I mean when I say attraction has fallen. They love you most likely in a general sense, like I love humanity. I see a stranger who's hurting and I want to help them in some way if I can. And they don't see you as a stranger, but they have that general love for you. And that's possibly also a deep friendship with you, but they want the romantic passion and that motivating attraction that they don't feel anymore. And you still feel that. So you're still willing to work. And so that's why it just seems like you two don't understand each other at all and that you were in entirely different circumstances. And that brings me to number 3. Motivation comes from value and loss. In this case, it's potential loss for their side. They don't feel that. You feel loss. That's why your ex's value has skyrocketed and you feel like you would do anything to get this relationship back. But just yesterday, if you didn't know the breakup was coming, you didn't feel that same intensity and that same sense of urgency. That's because loss was not introduced into the situation. I talk about this a lot in my emergency breakup kit and how to help your ex or soon-to-be ex to actually feel the risk of loss, that they could be losing you, and how valuable that is during a breakup. And it's not because you're trying to manipulate them, but if they break up with you, they will lose you. That's what they have to know. And the dumper does not quite grasp that at the moment, mostly because it's not valuable enough in their mind for them to fear or even consider that they could lose it. They feel like that the value that they see in you and the relationship with you is lower. And so if they ever wanted it, they could get it back because they see themselves as high value. And so it would be a no-brainer for you. Of course, they could just say, oh, by the way, hey, let's get back together. They feel like they just made your life, that it's like Christmas times 100, and that you would just jump at that at any point going into the future indefinitely. And I'm not exaggerating. If I am, it's not by much. That's what they feel, even if they don't put that into words. Here's an example. If right now, my car that's in the garage suddenly had its engine start. Since it's not me, I know there's a problem. And because I value my car, there would be an immediate sense of loss to connect to that value. And I would jump up and I'd run outside and try to figure out what's going on and try to save my car because something valuable to me is at great risk. Obviously, a relationship with a person is far more valuable, but it's a point to help you understand what's going on. At the moment, your ex does not see much value and they don't see the risk of loss, so they have neither. Because if it's something you don't value and you could lose it, it's not a super big deal to you. In some cases, it may not matter at all. And so you have to have value. But if you just value it and it's safe in your garage, you can start taking it for granted, like a car in the garage. We're not constantly opening the door and checking on it. We just assume it'll be all right. It's when the risk of loss comes in that all of a sudden the value goes up and the fear of loss exists to motivate us to be urgent, to do whatever we have to do to protect it. And so the fear, the concern of loss actually raises its perceived value. And that's why you can't just talk to your ex about it. Have a good little talk and they'll want to come back and be motivated to work on everything. It's because motivation is actually not there. They don't feel as physically or emotionally attracted to you as they once were. Emotional loss of attraction will also erode physical attraction, though usually not to the same degree. And so if there is nothing pulling them towards you, then there's nothing motivating them to work on the relationship because they don't value it enough and they don't fear losing it because at the moment they assume since they're dumping you that they could get you back whenever they wanted you. It would simply be their decision because they feel they have all the power. And this is why it's so important that your ex must feel the loss. And people will try to argue with me about that in the comments. And they'll just say, well, people should be mature and they should just talk it out and they should not play mind games trying to hurt the other person or manipulate them. And that's not what I'm suggesting at all. When someone wants to break up with you and when someone wants you out of their life, it's a mature thing to give that to them because you don't want to be where you're not wanted. And you don't want to force yourself on someone. That doesn't make any sense from a mature interpersonal standpoint. And that is your only hope of them feeling lost, is that you stay away so they can see that you can stay away, because that implies you could also move on. And that's when it can actually jar them, so to speak, where they start to think about the beginning of the relationship when they were attracted to you emotionally and physically, at least a lot more so. And that can trigger a chain of events in their mind to where they think, I was attracted to them and someone else might find them attractive. That's where there's some loss. Now, it takes more than that. It's not just, well, I don't want to lose you, so let's get back together. That is an important part of it. Don't cheapen that. But obviously, you also want them to see you as valuable like they used to, in terms of wanting to be in a relationship with you, feeling attraction towards you. You want both. But it starts with them actually feeling the loss, because that's when they actually have to look at it and see if they want to lose it or if they could stand losing it. And before, when they break up with you, they don't feel that because they're in control. They're not losing it. You only lose something when it's out of your control, like you don't know where you placed it and you can't just access it, or when it's taken from you. And so when they feel in control, they don't feel like they could lose you. They feel like that they are choosing to put you in another place, and if they ever want you, they could get you back. But when it's out of their control, that's when they actually have to take a true assessment of their feelings, and they look back at things, and a lot of times they can reconsider, and they can come to their senses and stop taking you for granted. That's how it works, and that's how it should work with most relationships. If someone does not want you in their life, you don't just pester and insist on being there. You have to let them make that decision for themselves, and it's difficult to do, but it gives you the best chance of getting your ex back if you want to give it a try and see if things can be worked out. But those are the basics of how the breakup hits the dumper differently. And if you understand that, you can understand how to move forward with the best chance of getting this person to reconsider. Because if you just keep contacting them and pressuring them, they're only going to try to get away from you and see relief beyond you. And you certainly don't just want to be in the way, because they will begin to resent you, and that attraction that they barely have at all is going to even fall further. And you're going to make it to where now you're not just less attractive, but you're repulsive. That's actually how it works out sometimes. So remember, when you back off, that moment that you back off, you start to show some strength, and that you could move on and you could be lost. And that's the setup for how a lot of people have been able to get back together with the one that they love. This has been Coach Lee, and as always, thank you for watching.